Previously, in the anime, a sorcerer named Valfor attacked Zagan to take his archdemon's power, but Zagan easily defeated him, but that Valfor turned out to be a little girl, and later they discovered that she's a dragon and she must hide her identity because people believe that eating dragon meat can make them powerful, so Zagan punished Valfor for attacking him and now she has to help out Nephi in housework for a week, and during that time, Valfor began to trust Zagan that he would never harm her. So she got relaxed around them and seeing her Nephi got the feeling that she's their child. Well, that wasn't a bad feeling because even Zagan feels like starting a family with Nephi, and just like that time passes by and Valfor started to make a diary to record daily events, she got used to working with Nephi and always get praises for a good job, but in the morning every day, Nephi just stares at Zagan while he's sleeping from every other direction for some reason. And Zagan always spends his time to learn magic and teaches Nephi some sorcery as well, but why was Nephi sitting on Zagan's lap? Their Valfor got found out and she thought she's done for. But those two got separated in embarrassment. Valfor is a kid so she doesn't know that it's called romance, and now, the next day they are going to the old archdemon's castle together, but first they bought some clothes for Valfor. Their Nephilia didn't want to let go of Valfor, so after a struggle, Zagan managed to get Valfor out of there and outside. Nephi showed Valfor likes her new clothes. And their Valfor thanked Zagan for this gift and holds hands with Zagan and Nephi. It was a very family-type moment, and Zagan started to feel protective instinct like a dad, but on the other hand, Chazidel was down because she had to leave her sacred sword in her gear as she got kicked out of Knight's orders. But thanks to that hunt for Zagan will be delayed. Chazidel has feelings for Zagan but she doesn't want to get in between Nephi and Zagan, but knowing Zagan, Chazidel knew he will become a good father, and her wish was granted instantly. She was shocked that Zagan already had a child with Nephi, so both got shy and Zagan told Chazidel not to spew nonsense, but their three followers of Chazidel arrived to take her to the church, but Valfor was ready to kill them. So Zagan holds her off because there are people nearby. Then they took Chazidel away, and Zagan thought those three did something to Valfor, but Valfor said a sorcerer doesn't need a reason to hate an angelic knight. After that, they goes to the old archdemon's castle underground, and Valfor could sense a dragon in here, so Zagan gave her permission to look into it and even take any book that she finds interesting. After that, they entered the castle, and Valfor found a magic circle with dragon inscriptions. So Zagan praised her for this find and Valfor said it's used to hide a door. Valfor was a dragon so she started her work and Nephi showed she wanted something. Zagan noticed that Nephi also wants a head pat like he did to Valfor to praise her, and he was right on the money, but Valfor was looking at the show so both got shy and distanced themselves. After that they entered that secret door and found a big library down there. And that was a jackpot and Zagan ordered them to find books on Archdemon's crest and demons. But while looking for it, Valfor asked Zagan how he knew what Nephi wanted. Zagan said Nephi gives clues every time, so he just needs to catch that for his sake. Then, Zagan told an archdemon could live for 1,000 years just like a dragon, and hearing this, Valfor wanted to stay with Zagan. Then Valfor found a book on 12 sacred swords, and Zagan took that book and found similarities on Archdemon's crest and sacred sword writings. Then on the other side, the most fearful angelic knight, Raphael, appears as he heard many things about Chazidel. Raphael asked Chazidel how many sorcerers she killed as a sacred sword wielder, but Chazidel said numbers don't matter. Raphael got happy that she responded to him without fear, but he still wants to kill Chazidel. Their Clavel comes to defend Chazidel, and Raphael said he has no business with him, but that's rich coming from Clavel because he took Chazidel's sword from her. Naturally, Sacred Sword chose their user, and until that user died, it won't choose another master, so that's why Raphael wants to kill Chazidel. Clavel didn't like that but Raphael said to Clavel that he's in no position to order a sacred sword user, but that would be the same as a ruffian wielding his sword on whims. Raphael had enough of Chazidel's attitude, so he told Clavel that his knight would die unarmed. Clavel didn't want that so he took Chazidel and gave her the sacred sword back. Now Raphael could attack her at any time, but Chazidel understood that Raphael manipulated the situation to get Chazidel her sword. And away from them, Barbados invited Zagan for drinks, but he kept making fun of Zagan because he heard Zagan adopted a kid, so he was curious to know who that kid was, and Zagan said Barbados knows her. Barbados was going through his brain cells to guess and thought it was Valfor. Rumor has it that she's a dragon, and she even recently attacked Zagan's house, so Barbados thought if she's truly a dragon, they could get some nice potion from her bones. Zagan knew for this reasons he had to hide Valfor's identity, but that aside, Barbados even heard that the church is sending their powerful angelic knight to kill Zagan. According to rumors, that guy has killed 499 sorcerers in his life, but it's hard to believe that he killed that many, so Barbados said that there's also rumors running around that Raphael ate the dragon meat, and Zagan realized Valfor was also scared of the same fate, so Zagan asked how he looked, and apparently, that knight has a big body for his age and has a nice scar on his face, so Zagan said they are lucky, because that guy is right behind them. But that's where our episode 8 comes to an end. But if you haven't seen the previous episodes of this anime, there is a playlist link in the description where you can watch them all, so please do so to fully understand the story. Until then, be careful.